What's good YouTube? Dirty Dems, aka Demographics, best looking ugly kid. And today's video I'm going to be bringing you just a quick build, BMX build, as my cousin has been asking me for one, and obviously I can't give him one of my best BMXs, so I'm going to give him one that I can part with mentally. So this is a GT, it's a mid-school BMX, but I'm going to do it up nice. I'm just going to quickly freshen it up and give it to him. So I'm not going to put some high-end parts in it, I'm just going to build it up so it looks decent. And yeah, I'll show you the bike now. So I'm going to start by just giving this metal a quick polish up, and then probably attack this, because I sprayed this. This was back when I didn't really know about building bikes. I've sprayed the cups, so I might get those out and sand them down, polish them up, put some bearings in there. But yeah, just a little quick maintenance build and get this out of the house. Got too many bikes now. So just polishing up the chrome with a bit of quick glow. Love this stuff. Great for bringing back some of the shine on the chrome. Get some on a fibre cloth, and then you find a rusty spot and you just work it in, rub it in. It doesn't get rid of the pitting, unfortunately, but gets rid of the rust, and it seals the chrome with a nice waxy surface, so it should prevent the rust from coming back straight away.
Perfect.
So I'm going to use this old screwdriver and a hammer. I'm just going to put it inside the barrel and tap it until the bearing cups pop out, and then I'll sand the cups down, put them back in with some bearings. Yeah, so using the power drill, the wire cup, got the PPI on, just grinding down the paint off the cups, and then going to give them a light sand and put them back on the bike. So I can't be giving away the BMX with a rusty dropout, so I'm going to grind that down with the wire cups, paint that with a little bit of rust primer prevention, maybe put some inside here, and we'll put some inside, paint some inside the handlebars to give that little tip a grind, paint it, stop the rust coming back. So I'm using this stuff here. This is the rust primer, and I'm wearing gloves, got a paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint it on. So I've got this seat post off, and I'm going to give it a little respray. I've taped off the areas I don't want the spray on, and I'm just going to sand it, give it a spray. So I've painted the seat post with some rust primer, Now I'm going to use some spray paint and just give it a light dust of black paint. So I've fished out these old rusty bearings, just giving them a wipe down with some acetone, and they're coming out like this, so it's quite good. Then I'm going to put some new grease on them, whack them on the bike. So here is the bearings cleaned up, bearing races cleaned up. Now if you were doing your own build and you wanted the best results, I would say buy some new bearings, but because I'm giving this bike away for free to my cousin, minimum spend, I'm just using some old bearings and just cleaning them up a bit. So I've offered up the wheels are on. I've got these luminous green horseshoe brakes, old school brakes on there. Has the option for new school brakes. I've got the crank on, seat on, bars on. Next up I want to try and get these brake levers off this and the grips, and put these grips on those bars, and then I'll probably just need to service the front wheel and hook up all the brake cables. Yes, I'm giving the front wheel a little service. I've got some acetone. I'm just going to clean out the cracked old grease in there, and maybe just clean these bearings and just re-grease them, pop them back in, and it should be spinning freely again. So I've fitted the white brake pads, and I've aligned up the rear wheel, fitted the chain. So we've got a white chain on there now, some chain tensioners. I'm just going to give the frame a wipe and apply the stickers. So we've got the laughing decals on. Now we're doing the Why So Serious. I'm going to have the Why So Serious going along the top tube just here. So I stuck a Montana can sticker on there in the lime green. Got the Why So Serious, the ha 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 stickers on there. Starting to take shape. Hi YouTube, okay, so we're back. As you can see, it's quite a chilly morning. It's a November morning, and going to be working on this GT build. I'm going to try and get it complete. So today the cables and the valve caps arrived today, so I'll show you those. We'll take a look at those, and I'm going to try and adjust the brakes, get the brakes all set up, and then it's done. And then my cousin can come and collect this GT. So we've got some lime green cables here, and we've also got some green LED valve caps. It'd be nice to see how those work. There should be another packet of these somewhere. So I've wrap some of this electrical tape around the chrome bars underneath the grips, just because the grips are a bit loose and a bit slippery on the bar, so this is giving them more grip so they're not moving, and I've just used this tape to do that. Put the grips back on. Now I'm going to do the cables. So got the first brake on, and I'm no expert at building bikes, it's just a bit of a hobby, bit of fun, and I'm just taking you through how I do things. I fitted the cable like so, and it's threaded through into here, tightened and adjusted on here. I've not included this little piece on the end because it wasn't going to fit properly here, so it fits nicely now. It goes inside and it stops, and it's perfect now. So we don't need this little bit that came with the cable. Made sure that the brake caliper is nice and central, and the brakes have got enough clearance either side of the wheel so that the wheel can just spin freely, like that, spinning freely now, and then they stop when you press the trigger. Pull the brake lever there, it's nice and tight. That's going to give you lots of stopping power. Nice grip on there. Spin it again, instant stopping. You just need to cut the excess wire off with some cutters and just crimp the end of the wire. So that quickly turned into a disaster. All the can we get a focus? There we go. All the wire just sort of opened up and spread out. Managed to twist it back, and I've got the crimp end on now. I'm just going to use the pliers just to attach that on the end. So I've just chopped the rear cable down. You can see the rest of it on the floor, and I've done that so that it's got just enough cable to move the bars either way, but not too long, and it reaches the back. So we didn't want too much excess cable, so we've just trimmed it down, and I'm going to put the cable end on that's supplied with this. So that's the cable end that they supply, and I'm just going to crimp that, so that's on there. So just going to get this little end of the cable threaded inside of here, and then line it up through there. So that's going in that part, going through there, and then we'll get the green cable in on. So the cable's on, it comes all the way back to this point here. It's threaded through this bit, and then it's got to go round the back and thread through the little hole in this bolt here, and then we tighten that nut up to get the right adjustment on the brakes. So it's going to take a little bit of playing with, but that's the way it's going. So it's feeding through here, tightening up there. Once we're happy, what we'll do is we'll pinch the brakes so they're just like almost touching, and then tighten up this nut just here, and then we'll let go, and there should be a little bit of space between, and we'll try using the brake lever to see how well it stops the rear wheel. Yeah, so the rear brake was giving me some trouble. What was happening was it was when I squeezed the brake, one side would just stay stuck and pressed against the wheel. So there was something wrong with the actual brake components. So I've had to switch out some parts. It's finally working how it should. So yeah, it's a working bike now. Yeah, so the bike's done. Just going to take it for a quick test ride up the street, just to make sure it's all working all right. Then I'm going to adjust the handlebars so they're for the little one to use. That's it, bike's all finished. I took it for a test ride. Rides nice, stops nice. I've adjusted the bars, I've pulled them back a bit. I've lowered the seat down for my cousin's lad. So yeah, all finished. All that's left is to take some video of this and some pictures. And if you found this build interesting, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Peace.